Hello everyone, welcome to my channel all about biology and this is Jyoti Verma. Today we will discuss about very important question for your exams, that is range of thallus structure in algae, or we can call it as thallus organization in algae. So in the case of algae, the thallus can be organized in different forms and I have made a summarized video here for it. So the unicellular forms are those forms that are made up of a single cell, and these unicellular forms can be classified into four different categories. So the first category here is that rhizopodial unicells. Rhizopodial unicells lack a rigid cell wall and they have cytoplasmic projections. Example here is that rhizochrysis and rhizochloris. Next category of unicellular forms is flagellated unicells. Flagellated unicells have flagella, and in this case the cell wall may or may not be present. Example is Euglena and Chlamydomonas. They have flagella. Now coming to spiral filamentous unicells. They form spiral or coiled structures. Example here is Spirulina. Next category here is non-motile unicells. These, in this case, the flagella is absent because they are non-motile. Example here is Chlorella and Crococcus. Now coming to our next category, that is colonial forms. So these types of algae are found in colonies and these can be classified into different categories, as the first one is synovial colonies. So in the case of synovial colony, it is a colony with definite shape, size and arrangement of cells. It can be motile or it can be non-motile. Example here include Volvox, Pandorina, Eudorina and Hydrodictyon. Volvox include a motile synovia. However, Hydrodictyon includes a non-motile synovia. Now coming to our next category, that is palmelloid colony. So in this case, the cells remain irregularly aggregated and this type of colony may be temporary or permanent. Example is Chlamydomonas and Tetraspora. Now coming to other category of the colonial form, that is dendroid colonial form. It looks like a tree and example here is Chrysodendron. Next category is rhizopodial colonial form. In this case, the cells are united by means of rhizopodia. Example here is Crydiastrum. Now coming to next category of the thallus organization, which is filamentous forms. So some of the algae are formed in the form of filaments. In such a case, what happens? The daughter cells do not separate and they remain attached together to form a filamentous structure. So these may include following types: unbranched filamentous form. Example here is Spirogyra, Zygnema, Eulothrix and Oedogonium. Now coming to our next category in the filamentous form, that is branched filamentous form. It can be of a false branch type or a true branch type. In the case of false branch type, what happens? The trichome, which is the layer, it gets break down and the broken end emerges out that forms a branch. Example here is Cytonema. So in the case of Cytonema, what happens? The trichome of the Cytonema breaks down and the inner end emerges out that looks like a branch. So this is your false branch example, Cytonema. And in the case of true branching, they mainly arise as lateral outgrowths. All right. And in the case of true branch, these can be of simple filament type, heterotrichous type and pseudoparenchymatous type. Now coming to our next category, that is your siphonaceous form. In this case, the thallus is made up of branched, aseptate and cenocytic tubular filaments. In the case of cenocytic, they may have many nuclei. Example here is Vaucheria and Botrydium. And the last category of the algae within the thallus organization is parenchymatous form. In this case, what happens? The daughter cells do not separate from the parent and they give rise to parenchymatous thalli of various shapes. Example here is Alva, Sargassum and Laminaria. So this is all about for today, and if you like the video, just subscribe to my channel for further updates. Thank you so much.